Hey, it's been a while. I feel like painting something, don't you? I mean, not one of these things that's got like real recognizable shapes like trees and rivers and lakes. Let's paint something completely loose, like just fun. It's just some color. Why not? Let's get started and we'll talk. Well, I'm going to just kind of, break free of all the rules. I've been saying for years that I don't paint in acrylics, but then I started to get into abstract, and one thing led to another, and here I am. And I went into abstract thinking to myself, well, since this is all about the fun and breaking rules, doing whatever I feel like doing, I'm just gonna pick, really happy colors, and so here we are. I mean, what is this called? This is yellowish green. Yeah, it looks like it to me. Um, this one here. This is turquoise blue. Well, that's a happy color if I ever saw it. And this is vermilion. I love vermilion. I mean, even in my oil paints, that's one of my favorite colors. And then I've got this one here. This is ultramarine. You know, and Amsterdam. I don't even know what good quality acrylic is. I really have no clue. Doesn't really matter to me too much because I'm not doing this. It's not about selling. It's about just having fun. And I'm also got pastels. Like I feel like a kid in a candy store. After all, 62-year-old kid. But what am I going to do with this? Well, let me tell you what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to just make a design, make a mark, maybe two marks. And I think I'll just kind of hem it in a little bit like this. Yeah, that seems fine to me, I guess. I don't want any big spaces that have too many, you know, too much of one color. So I'll just kind of do that. Yeah, that looks good. And then I got, I keep this tin cup here of water and water brushes, I call them, that I use for acrylic. These are like the cheapest dollar store brushes that you can possibly buy, but I keep the water in it at all times, and I keep it ready, always on the ready, because you never know when you're going to just have a little art attack like this, you know, and just, start making art. So where should I start? Well, I think I'm gonna go. I think I got to go with the brightest color. So I saw somebody do this once where they peel this off. Ooh, look at that! This cool little shape. And they make a stack of these after a while. Anyway, seems right to me. I'm gonna put some strong color here, and maybe a little of that over here. I'm sort of all about balance. I like a little bit of yin and yang. I like some colors to be. Well, I like my colors to have some harmony, of course. So if you see this orange in one place or vermilion in one place, you're going to see it maybe in one or two other places as well. It's just the way I like to ride. It's just the way I like to fly or groove or whatever you want to call it. That's pretty cool. Let's just get this spread out. Now this is acrylic, so this stuff dries pretty quick. It's another thing I like about it is You know, with oil painting, you can wait, and the beautiful thing about that is you can manipulate your painting over a period of time, which I love. And acrylic, well, it just allows you to, you know, to let it dry and paint over it if you want. So both ways kind of work. Now, I'm going to take some of this yellow green, it's called, and I'm going to juxtapose it right to that orange. Now, again, this is not about, this is just not about uh, proper color mixing or whatever. This is just about having fun. Like, let's just imagine that you just came home from your long day, your long week. It's Friday after all. And you've been working in your office or at the factory or on the farm or wherever it is you've been working. And you want to do something, just cut loose, fun, you know? Make some tea or pour your favorite little drink, whatever you do. And as Captain Picard always says, make it so. That's kind of funky and cool. Now I'm going to use this other really nice turquoise. And I don't really care if this is not a sellable piece of art. It's not really what it's all about here today. It's just all about fun. Yeah, just fun. And I suppose this is not the most expensive acrylics. And that's okay too, because I'm not here to create a masterpiece. I'm just here to let my emotions out and a little stress relief. We all got stress, folks. Somebody said to me, "Oh, you're a full-time artist. You live in the dream life." Well, that's true to a point. I dreamed of it all my life, and now I'm doing it, and I'm living it. But with each dream realized, there comes responsibilities. And sometimes those responsibilities are stress points. Like when you got to make a living doing it, you know, it's no longer okay to just say, I don't feel like painting today, so I won't. No, you get up in the morning and you paint because, man, you got to. You got to. That's the way it is. It's your new job. But I don't think of it as a job. I just treat it like a job. That's all. I just treat it like a job so that, you know, so that I don't slack off. I'm going to put some white down here, and into that white, drop a little of that orange, not much, or vermilion. I keep calling it orange. It's not orange, but I'll just take some of that vermilion and I'll just kind of mix it with some white here, and we'll just fill in this space with it. And just watch the interaction, see what happens. It's kind of fun, you know, letting paint do its thing. I got these cats, and they roam around my studio, and their little kitty hairs just kind of float. I have to always be on the lookout for that. I mean, I'm liking that all right. You know, I think I'll do the same thing. I think I'll do the same thing up here with this turquoise. Let's just take a little bit and mix up some white paint. Look at this. I'm just mixing the paint right in the. It's almost done. This is just a plain old titanium white acrylic, and just gonna mix it on the fly. You know, there's a reason why kids love finger painting, and that's because they're free to express themselves. And when you're an artist, you're free to express yourself. And as you get older, you become encumbered with all kinds of protocols and rules and the proper way to talk and the proper way to walk and all the rest of that stuff. But with art, you're free to express yourself any way you want to. And I feel like doing it with brilliant colors. Now, one of the colors I missed out here was this blue, and I think it would be cool to have a darker foundation down here someplace. Oh, look, there's another one of those little things that happens to grow inside the lid. How cool is that? I'll put a little of this down, not much, just get a little color down there. That's it, just like that. Pick up some of that white again. When I'm painting my oil paintings and my landscapes, I have to think very carefully about the colors and the relationships to each other. And if it's too wacko, nobody's going to want to look at it, let alone myself. But with acrylic and abstract, it's just like to each his own, baby. Just do what you feel like doing. Like I said, I like to have a little of this here, and so I got to put some somewhere else as well. In this case, I'm going to break one of my rolls, and I'm going to have it in 4 places. How's that? It's a funky little shape here. I mean, what does it look like to you? I can tell you what it's starting to look like to me, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to tell you what you think it might be. So in the comments, just kind of put something there that you think it looks like. What is this turning out to be like for you? How about if I just put a little of this on my brush here? What would happen if I do that? Look at that. There's a little dot here that happened. Dripped a little paint. I'll just back it up so you can see that. You know what? In the real world, they tell you that that's a mistake, a drip, oops. In my world, that's an invitation to spread it out and make something out of it. There's a painting medium called gouache, and it's a heck of a lot of fun. And just painting this really thin, watered down acrylic like this just made me think of gouache, because that's kind of the way gouache is. It's very thin, and it can be mixed very thick, but see, that's too much of a rectangle, so I'm going to just interrupt that rectangle a little bit. It's Friday today. People are getting off work, and they're going to be running around doing their groceries and laundry and whatever. And I'm just saying, here's something that you can do that's a little different, a little off the cuff. Really like that blue, so I'm going to bring it back. Just make a dot right here. Take advantage of that drip. Oh, there's more on the lid there, so let's just bring it in. Ooh, that's full strength blue, see? Now, if you're a serious artist, serious, educated, qualified artist, you went to all the right schools and you learned all the proper rules and things, well, this video is not for you, because you're looking at this and thinking like aghast. What on earth is this guy doing? Like, But I don't care, for the rest of the world, all of us out here, the world is way too serious, man. And this is us saying, break free for a few minutes in your life and do something that is just fun for you. And who cares what anyone thinks? You can't go to jail for doing this. And you're not really going to offend anyone because it's not about them anyway. It's just about you. Now I'm going to let this dry and we'll come back and we'll do a little bit more. We're back. And I want to do a little bit more. I'm just taking my brushes out of a little wet jar or tin. Take some of this glue out of here and use it over here. I'm sure somebody from some fancy schmancy gallery is probably thinking, this guy's crazy. But I'm not here for the gallery right now. I'm here for you and me. Wouldn't that be funny if somebody bought this? It wouldn't be funny because it's wrong. You buy what you love to buy. That's what you should buy. But it would be funny only because the establishment says this is not art. This is child's play. Well, so be it. But it would be funny if someone bought it because then it would be like, then it would become art overnight. Like, just cool. Because what is art is expression. It's fun. We'll come back and we'll do a little more shortly. One of the most important things I think in creating art is when you're finished to identify the art. And by that I mean put your name on it. I was going to use this pastel, but I just got some Sharpies, and how much fun Sharpies are. I don't have to tell you, we love Sharpies, especially brand new ones. And with your little Sharpie here, and I'm not sponsored by Sharpie, but well, we all know how great they are. So, hey Sharpie, if you want to send me a little residual, I'm happy with that. Put your name on it. Because we want people to know who did this little playful, childish work of art. And I don't always date my work, but I'm going to on this one. Because today was a fun day, and I'm really glad that you came and hung out with me here on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe so you can catch my future videos. And in the comments, tell me what you think this looks like to you. Like, I don't know, what is it? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? I used to play that game with my kids, but I'd love to know and I'd love to know what kind of do you think I'm crazy or are you having fun with this? Talk to me, will you? In the comments. And we'll catch you next time right here on the Robert Painter on YouTube.